Today I would like to present my research proposal about agricultural cooperative in Vietnam, and the research question about the determinant of an economically efficiency business model for agricultural cooperative in Vietnam and the incentive structure to improve the local effectiveness. I have honor of having Stephen and Syed in our school, and Professor Tim and Dr. Elena in business school as my supervisors. The content of my presentation will be represented in 4 parts. The first one is the background of my study. The second one will be the problem statement. And at the third step, I will present to you the objective of my study. And finally, I would like to discuss about the methodology of my research. First, I would like to talk about a background of my study. Agriculture play a very important role in Vietnam, and however, most of the farmers in the rural of Vietnam, they are the small-scale producers. So for this reason, the collective action and collective economies is very important in Vietnam. And every year it contributes about 8% of the total GDP for the national economy. So not only the Vietnamese government, but also the international organization also give their interest in the cooperative in Vietnam. And the Vietnamese government also make the favorite environment by issue many supportive policy to develop the cooperative in Vietnam. And the cooperative also were granted by some important projects to develop itself from the NGO. As you can see from the bar chart, of many kinds of cooperative in Vietnam, agricultural cooperative is the most popular one, and at 49%. And agricultural cooperative in Vietnam provided its members with a wide range of service, and among these services, irrigation service is the most popular one. In compare with the other countries like Japan, US, and South Korea, you can see that the number of agricultural cooperatives in Vietnam at the top with the highest number. However, in recent years, the contribution of this kind of economy to the national economies is declining, and the role ratio also going down. So the big problem is the cooperative, the agricultural cooperative, are not performing well. The following symptom. First, you see that there are the fewer active cooperatives are working, and many of them cannot attract more membership. And as you can see that in the various slides, the contribution to the GDP is going down too. So the next part of my presentation, I would like to present my objective of study. So the objective of my study is first, I identify the key factors that influence into the economic performance of agricultural cooperative in Vietnam. Next, I will get to know about the role of these factors in ensuring the long-term viability of the cooperative. And finally, we will develop a business model for cooperative enterprise that can work, can help for the Vietnam situation. So to achieve this objective, I will use the conceptual framework, which were developed by Tim Marizon and his colleagues. And this conceptual framework investigates the cooperative from 3 levels. The first one is the system level. The second one is the enterprise level, and the last one is the member level. So at the system level, we have the 4 input and 2 output factors, as you can see. The 4 input factors is include the social cooperation, government goals, industry structure, and natural environment. So these factors may shape the development strategy of the cooperative. And the 2 output factors, that is the economic capital, which may generate and contribute to the GDP of the country and improve the livelihood of the member of the cooperative. And the social capital mentioned about the contribution of the cooperative to generate the job for the member and non-member, and also offer the cooperative member with the lower price service or other social development. And at the cooperative enterprise, we have 6 factors. The first one is the purpose of the cooperative. The second one is the profit formula, resources, process, resources, share structure, and governance. So these factors influence on how the cooperative use their existing resources to generate and deliver the value to its member in the profitable way. And at the level member, at the member level, the member can play in many roles. For the first one, an investor, they invest to be a shareholder and looking for the dividend. And a patron, they can use the service provided by the cooperative, and they can sell their product to the cooperative. And an owner, the cooperative member can vote for their member committee, and they can control the cooperative by participating in the decision-making process of the cooperative. And finally, at the committee member, the cooperative is an organization within a community. So the member of the cooperative is also the member of the community. So in summarize, this framework allows scholars and managers to know the behavior of the cooperative and how the cooperative use their existing resource to optimize their configuration and their goal. So to check the validity of this framework, a lot of research were conducted in at least 38 countries with around in 38 cooperative with around 16 countries, and recently this research, this framework was tested in Australia and in New Zealand. However, the same work it not been done in in Vietnam. So I would like to take this to take the framework to test it in Vietnam. So to develop the business model for the Vietnam situation, first I would like to choose a pilot cooperative model, a pilot agricultural cooperative in the south part of Vietnam, and I am going to use the frameworks for data collecting and analyzing. So based on the pilot's results, an initial model will be created. And after that, this initial model will be tested in the field with at least 6 other cooperatives and related stakeholders. And after that, we will test it in the with the economics experiment. So based on the result of the field and the result of the economics experiment, we will create the final model for the cooperative in Vietnam. So we are going to follow the 6-step proposed by Jin for a case study research. At the first step, we will determine and define research question. At the second step, we will select the case and determine the data. At the step number 3, we prepare for data collection. And at the step number 4, we are going to collect the data and evaluate and analyze data will be conducted in the step number 5. And finally, at step number 6, we are going to prepare for the report. The data analysis for the research will follow by a recommend by Jin. And first, we need to have, according to Jin, first we need to have a general analytic strategy to reduce some difficulty in analyzing the data. And to implement this strategy, I am going to take the analytic technique called pattern matching to do the analyze data because it matches with the objective of the study is that we are going to test the theory proposition. And Vivo going to use a tool to help me to analyze this data. And so that is my summary of my research proposal. I now welcome your comment and question. Thank you very much for your listening.